welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. So before we get underway on today's episode, I did want to go over some housekeeping items. First off, I have not actually played Workers and Resources in about 3 days because I had all the episodes pre-recorded and ready for publishing for the next 3 days. So I've just been kind of taking a little bit of a break, but I'm going on a bit of a vacation, I guess you could say, for the next 2 days. So I'll be recording the 2 episodes here today and sending them out. But first kind of order of business that I wanted to discuss is I think I figured the audio, what it actually was, and I appreciate everyone in the comments letting me know that, hey, your audio is okay. And the few that did say, like, well, the humming might be coming from these issues. I actually figured it out. It was because my mic and my computer are on the same desk. When I booted up the game, there was a slight, which was not being picked up until I was actually talking. There's a slight humming that my PC was generating, which is like a vibration. So the vibration was actually causing that humming that everyone was hearing. So I think I figured that out. I think I got it fixed, so that shouldn't be happening anymore. Fingers crossed, right? So that should have resolved itself. We'll kind of, keep an eye and still continue to monitor it, but I think I managed to get that fixed. And then additionally, something else that I wanted to talk about is that I've had a poll that was up for a while, and that poll was off of what series should we add next. And yes, majority, 47% of you said to just continue with Workers and Resources and keep playing that. But I think for kind of the benefit and the entertainment of everything, I think I'm going to take what was next on the list, and I'm actually going to start another series alongside Workers and Resources. But I think for the benefit of everything, I'll probably only post the additional series once or twice a week. I'll still maintain Workers and Resources as my primary, I guess, title, you could say, that I'm going to play. But the other series that we're going to add to the channel for the foreseeable future, I don't know how long we're going to play it for, or for how long, or anything like that, or kind of what our goals are yet in it. But the game that was asked second most was 32%, and that was for Prison Architect. And I think it's actually really perfect timing because Prison Architect 2 is coming out around the corner. So I think that Prison Architect, kind of revisiting the game and making a series out of it would be really fun. And I can get everyone involved again and kind of play a game that's alongside Workers and Resources. So don't worry, Workers and Resources will still be the primary game that I play on the channel. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. I do thoroughly enjoy the game, even though I'm honestly not the best at the game. I still very much do enjoy playing it and recording it for everyone. So that's kind of the housekeeping that I wanted to get out of the way. And again, additionally, I really do appreciate that everybody is commenting and interacting. I always like waking up in the morning or kind of checking my phone in the late afternoon and seeing all the comments that are flooding in. So I really do enjoy communicating to everybody and kind of just interacting. So it really brings awesomeness when we're playing. So that's kind of the house cleaning business that I wanted to kind of get out of the way initially. But let's get hopped right into Workers and Resources, episode number 6, and let's keep building this republic to the glory that we know it can be in. And with the housekeeping out of the way, let's dive right in. So, I'm trying to also recall what we did last time. So, one thing that I actually needed to ensure was, for some reason, and I don't know how I missed it, but I guess I did, this location actually never had access to plumbing. So we just have a sewage buildup over here currently. I mean, every other building's fine, there's no sewage buildup, but this building here never actually got hooked up with sewage. So we do have to ensure that we're correctly and constantly working on getting this sewage hooked up for them, because, right, like I said, currently there is no way for them to dispose of the sewage. I guess what I could do is I could purchase a sewage truck here in the meantime which actually does sound honestly pretty beneficial, that I should do. So what we're gonna need is a sewage cistern. And I think what we'll do is we will just do the smaller version. And then I don't know if I need to assign it to a certain building or if it'll just kind of do it itself. So we'll leave it to kind of see what it does. But I do want to be able to kind of alleviate the sewage problem that is going on in this building here. Until we get the sewage itself hooked up, and I don't think we're going to need it anymore. So looks like these garbage trucks are keeping the garbage down. Not sure where. Oh, here it is. So this is a small garbage stand. This one's a medium one, or a large one, and only has 0.45 tons. So yeah, it's doing its job pretty good. Now we just got to ensure and make sure that this doesn't cause a backup, and looks like we're already kind of building a lot to it, so that is great. So these citizens shouldn't get pooped out. And additionally, so previously in episodes we were focusing on getting our sawmill set up, and this is actually missing wood, so currently no one's actually really working here, or they're missing boards. So what I have set my trucks to do is to deliver boards over here. I'm actually going to reduce this just to 5 workers because I don't think we can actually hit the max output currently, as we really don't have, we have 21 tons. So I'm actually maybe going to reduce this to just 2. So we only need about 6 workers, and then most of them will actually go to the heating plant. So that'll be good. So something that everybody brought to my attention is there was one crucial thing that was brought to my attention. Apparently parents do not take their kids to school or kindergarten via bus stops. So you have to make sure that everyone can reach your kindergartens and your small schools. Additionally, we're going to need to add in more residency. And with that, more residency will create a bigger demand on the shopping center. And currently we only have a 4% no workplace, so we only have 4% unemployment. And that I think might need to be a little bit higher. So apparently some people are starving. There's 2 people that are starving. There's unable to enjoy culture, which we just can't control. Unable to drink alcohol. I mean, we can control that. But for some reason, I mean, this isn't full. So I don't know if they're just maybe new people in the city and they're just not getting alcohol right away. So maybe that's something that we can actually monitor. But it looks like this truck's actually on its way. It's actually heading over here to unload the sewage issue. So that's good. So in the time being, at least our city won't completely, or our republic won't completely collapse, because we do have a truck on its way to remove the poo-poo, you can say. So that's good. So we should kind of be able to maintain. Something that I do want to do as well, and another thing I was mentioned, is that something really good to get is the communist headquarters, the party headquarters, early on, so that you can actually get the distribution offices up and running. And that's something that we don't have. Like, even as well, like our technical university, we really, I don't know why they're picking like the janitor role, but we don't really have anybody able to work here. I mean, our employment is 6%, but that's just ensuring that the doctor's office, and again, once we add more citizens too, we're going to have to really increase our capacity for these extra citizens. Because I think what I want to do is I think I want to bump up at least 400 more citizens. So that requires that we're probably going to need either A, another small clinic, or B, we're going to need at least a hospital, which can then support that additional 500. But I don't know if we're going to need that much, or if we just need like one more small clinic. Because I don't know if every small clinic does about 500 to 600, or maybe it's 500 or 700. So I'm unsure. Our health is high, so we should be okay in terms of if there's something that arrives that we have to quickly deal with. Not a lot of people should be heading to the doctors, because we do have a rather good health for our citizens currently. So that is definitely a benefit. Um, so kind of on our checklist is I want to get the population up to 1,000. Obviously, it's not going to happen this first episode, but or not first episode, but in episode 6. It's probably going to take about 2 episodes. I want to get the population to 1,000. I want to get the Communist Party. And I also want to set up clothing. I think that is going to be our first industry, because everyone's kind of telling me that clothing is really the bee's knees of startup industries. So I do want to get clothing set up. And what we can do with clothing is we can easily just set it up and then just import the fabric, and then we'll make clothes out of it. Because apparently with the cost of fuel, the cost of everything combined with it, like, you know, time, fuel, congestion of the border. I mean, that's a big one too. If you get congested at the border, like everyone's saying, well, then everyone's going to die because they're not going to be able to get everything in time. So that means that we should definitely, after we make the Republic just a little bit more beautiful, we should definitely look to investing in some clothing so that we can make sure that we are maintaining the Republic and nothing's going to quickly die on us, right? So just want to beautify that just a little bit more before the trees grow. So I think the most crucial, because we have still a 6%. So I think what I would like to do is I don't want to add a bunch of homes, right? Because all these homes are currently full. Just a few citizens don't have places to work, but most of these are full. I just want to double check. Wonder if in the overlays, we actually check how many citizens. Not productivity, not reconstruction. That's also something that we have to start looking at is how are we going to repair everything? Oh, so free flats. So 24 free flats. So 0. So everyone thinks pretty much full. So what I would like to do, and I don't want to add another one of these, because I want to leave this open for 21 plus so they can get their own flat, which we currently have that. That's good. We don't have any 21 plus stuck in, you know, their parents' house. But what I would like to add, and I'm gonna make sure that everything's built out of gravel roads to ensure that making sure everything's quicker for them. I want to hook this up. I think I'm gonna leave this like that, and then I want to bring this down to here and then create a wrap, and then I think I'm just gonna have it end right there. Yeah, we're gonna build that. So what I want to do here is I want to create some more housing projects, but I don't want to take away from the workforce. And then I think what else I'm going to add in here is I'm going to add the communist headquarters, so we can at least start researching more. I don't think I'm going to create this as active construction. I think I am going to leave it unactive, because I don't know if we're going to need it right away. So I think, yeah, if we add it here, it's in range. We don't have to worry about it, and it honestly kind of looks good next to the technical university. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to add it in right here, right next, and it's going to get everything it needs. It's going to get plumbing, heating, electricity, and sewage. That's perfect. And yes, we're going to leave it so it's not being built currently, as we I don't think fully need it until we at least get a couple more doctors in and everything like that. So, but within here, what I want to look to do, and if we are currently, let's see if the drinking alcohol has went up. No, but starving has, which is kind of confusing to me because I don't notice this at all getting to a point where it's not good. So if we take a look here, now we're able to participate in sports. Building closed due to bad weather. Okay, so something we might have to look at. Not able to enjoy culture. I just don't know if that should be accurate. I'm gonna up that to 5. So unable to do sports, 8. So we might want to look to have an indoor sporting activity. But I want to try to find them that are starving, because I don't understand why they would be starving if they have areas to go get food. Right? Because they currently always have food. So I'm unsure why they wouldn't be able to get food. Maybe they're new to the... Yeah, 10 people. Okay, how do we check that? So they're all satisfied. They have good health. They got good happiness. Just apparently a few of them aren't eating. Oh, there's been 3 births, but 10 starving. Okay, well, let's pin this for a little bit while we're kind of building this up, and let's just keep a quick eye on if we hit a point where we either bottom out of the food or we just don't have enough workers, because I don't see it. But we're just gonna leave it pinned. We'll leave it up. We'll see what happens. So I think I would like another bigger building in here, and I want to rotate this, but I also still don't want it hooked up to anything. So I think I want... Apparently it can't fit in here. Hello? It can fit there. Yeah, I think that's fine. So I want this building here to kind of add another larger building. And then what I want to do as well behind here is I think I want these smaller brick flats. Not those, but yeah, I think I want... These have 80 quality though. Those are very nice. 85, 89. Yeah, I want to have a little bit of more prestigious flats, if you would say, kind of back in here. So what was this again? Sorry, this was 77. This was 80. I think 77 is still pretty prestigious. Do I want to have a path that goes through here? No, and I think I want to angle... I want to angle these a little. Do I want them angled in a V like this? Or do I want them like boom, boom? I think boom, boom sounds great. So we'll do this and we'll do that. Yeah, that looks great to me. Okay, and then we'll hook that up and we sneak another one through here. It looks like we can, so we'll go here, then there, and then eventually we can hook this one up down there. But that looks good to me. I do get a comment continuously, and I don't know if it's just me not understanding where it is, or me not reading well enough. Apparently there's a way to turn off having get citizens on. I don't know if it's me or if I had to do it before the start of the season. But I can't remember off the top of my head who the name was. But if you can give me like one more walkthrough maybe of how to do it, I might actually be able to take it. But I'm gonna try to read your comment a little bit closer. I might actually be able to do it myself. But anyways, you know, I digress. So yeah, this is what I'm trying to do. I want this to be built up. This is going to be one of the expansions. I think slow expansion is always probably best. No fast expansions. Just now that we're stable, let's slowly expand. Let's slowly get things underway. Lack of meat. Okay, I don't understand lack of meat for 2 people. I mean, we've been watching it. It's been constantly at 1 ton. I have a truck. I literally have a truck with 6 tons just sitting outside. Sitting outside of here. How are you not with meat? Right, lack of meat. I mean, starving, that doesn't make sense. Crime, I mean, okay, we can probably solve crime and enjoy culture. Again, I don't know how that one works, but okay. Well, we can definitely solve due to bad weather. It is super sunny out. Okay. So what we should look to do, and this is honestly going to be very costly. So this is culture. So this is for tourists, and this is for our people. So definitely something that we could do. Well, hold on. Am I reading this wrong? Sports. Okay. So we have culture. Culture's fine. Unable to enjoy culture. I mean, that's 5 people, and I don't know how that's true. I mean, we've been kind of watching all this stuff. It doesn't make sense to me, but definitely sports. We're going to need something indoors for the winter. We currently don't have anything. So, sports hall, attraction type, pools and beaches, 120 bricks, 77 bricks, 38 bricks, 30 steel, 25 steel. Indoor pool. Honestly, the indoor pool, oh, that's for tourists. But can that service, I don't know. I feel like that's for tourists only, I guess. I mean, the sports hall is only 77 bricks, 130 tons of wow, okay, that's a lot of concrete. 38 tons of bricks, 30 tons, yeah, but that's super cheap on the steel. I wish I could do the indoor pool. Okay, I feel like the place of sports Dynaco is probably our best bet. Just so many visitors, and the sports hall is crazy big too. And it costs 25 tons of steel, 77 tons of bricks, 130 tons of concrete. Like, that is a lot of concrete, but I think for the happiness, I think the happiness itself just makes sense, right? It can be right next to the police station. Yeah, I think this going in here. This is currently not active, so I want to see. And probably there's gonna be so many comments of, "Oh my God, people are gonna try to escape because they're not having, they don't have anywhere to go for recreational time." And but again, try to build up slowly. So what's gonna happen is these are going to get built first. Yeah, and then we'll look to expand. We'll look to expand to do here. We'll set this all up for construction. And then they'll start construction on these after, and then this will be closed. Okay. Perfect. Now, let's look at what can we do. Okay, so there's already 50 tons of boards in this storage. Once this is built, I think this will increase our storage. Yeah, there's already 50 tons. How many tons of boards do you need? Okay. So, well, I guess since we already have this set up, let's tell them to grab boards from the sawmill. And I don't think you're going to get congested because by the looks of it, we produce a lot of boards very quickly. Enough where we're currently not producing anything. So go grab boards from there. Let's not waste any more money on at least boards, right? We'll start saving money on boards. That's very good. But now what we want to ensure and what we want to get now is close, right? So we don't want to start our own fabric factory. I mean, that's going to cost us a lot, and it takes 100 workers. This only takes 80, which is actually times by 3. So it's 160, 160 plus 80, so 4. It's 200, yeah, 240. Okay, I was right. So it's about 240. This produces pollution, but it does not produce more pollution than our heating plant, correct? How much is our heating plant? Almost 1 full cloud, and our clothing is half a cloud. So we, in theory, I think could place it. So if I place it here, we wouldn't be able to place in eventually the clothing factory, which is a completely 1 full cloud. So what we might want to do is we might actually want to place it over here, which then would allow us to eventually in the future add on our clothing factory. But this is definitely getting in the way of our train that we want to run through. I don't think I can do that. Definitely delete this though. Do I have anything set here? Now that's something I can't remember. Where are you from? Road vehicle. If I remove this, it doesn't remove you, but I should, before I forget, depots, road depot. I'm going to put another one down. I'm going to put it down here. Kind of sloppily, but yeah, we're just kind of trying to throw that down. So this does actually open up room if we wanted to put the clothing factory here. This does open up room. But again, it comes into that whole thing of it might not be enough room to actually put it all together, right? That's the issue. Is if we do that, well, then we can't have the fabric over here. And then additionally, okay, it's like, well, where is everything going to be put together? And I don't really want to waste more money by having to build more utilities out over this way when our city's trying to expand this way. It just doesn't make, in my mind, too much sense, if that makes sense. So I really would hope to try to do, yeah, once these are done, a lot of our stuff should be activated. Yeah, so I don't want to really build anything. I don't want to start more road construction, I should say. So what I want to do, where do I want to put the clothing? I know out here we've discussed about doing the quarry, and somebody again made mention like, okay, just focus first on not importing, because you're gonna need a train to do all the exporting stuff, and I totally agree. Makes total sense. So we should kind of stay away from that, but what we should also look to do is figure out a place to set up the clothing. Also, December's around the corner. I'm gonna get sidetracked. That's fine. How's our heating water tank? It's good. What water pressure? We're good there. How about interiors? They're stable. These are actually losing heat. And this is running. I mean, they are going up. What are we looking at here? Can we not produce enough electricity? Or we're not producing enough? No, we should be producing enough heat. Because they're not even at full production. Yeah, it looks like we're leveling out here at 76-ish. We'll just have to keep an eye on in the winter time, which is fine. Yeah, so my distribution office says my dumpers, yeah. Don't load gravel there, just load coal. And then what I want you to do is I want you to where is it? This one? Yeah, okay. I want you to load gravel, and then I want you to unload it here. All right, it's already assigned. Okay. Yeah, okay, so it's already assigned. Load here, unload there, and keep it at 8. Okay. So yeah, I have to just find a good location for where I want the clothing to go. And honestly, too, here we're heading into winter and we're running into an issue where we're not having enough. Not having a good delivery. Not having a good delivery of coal, and that kind of scares me. But we don't need 870 tons. But at this point, it's like if we can store 870 tons and make it so we're not having to worry about this 45 tons that we can store here. It is dropping pretty fast getting into winter. So, okay, getting a little sidetracked. What I want to do is I'm going to set up a distribution office, and I'm going to set it up here. Another thing I was mentioned to me was try to set up whatever distribution office is servicing what closer to what it's servicing, so it's just ease of seeing. So what I want to do is I'm going to set up these. Do I need those big of dumpers, or can I just do the 10 tons? If I do 2 10 tons, I get 20 tons, and that's actually close to that. And it's only going to cost me about 12 instead of the 16. Yeah, so I'll probably do 2 of them. And they're faster, so I can travel quicker on my gravel roads, which is super needed. And then what we'll do is pick up, and then what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to tell them to unload there. I know I don't want to unload, and then only unload to 60%. I think that should be fine. Okay, we'll get these guys underway here while I continue to try to figure out where would I like our clothing factory. Where would we like it? Kind of thinking over here would be nice, but that's a little bit close. Okay, this might kill us. What are you trying to grab? We're trying to grab chemicals. Yeah, we just got to fill this up and not kind of worry about the cash, because if anything happens where they get stuck, we're a little bit screwed. Load coal, unload coal. So they're going to go... I guess they're going off to the in-house gas station. Okay. I just want to... I really do want to ensure that I'm going to get enough coal delivered. I also want to check the overlay again. Yeah, so this is like kind of just fluctuating. I mean, it's keeping them where it needs to be. Does it scare me that it's not fully good? Yes. Maybe they need more wattage. Let's up it to 20%. Is that bringing up the heat? I don't think I need this much electricity being imported, but we're just going to do it. Whatever. It looks like it actually is bringing up the heat. How do we check voltage megawatt? So it looks like it's coursing about 0.36. We look good. I wonder why this isn't filling up this. Yeah, I'm just more or less just worried about making sure that this is all stored. We look good. Okay. We're looking good as we keep on bouncing back and forth. Okay, winter is hit. Oh boy. This might be the make it or break it of the series. So I'm gonna take time to monitor this, and I'm gonna keep everybody with me, because I don't want this winter to kill us. And they are definitely using a lot more coal. We have got a good storage going. Snow plows are out. I want to tell them to prioritize gravel roads significantly more, so they can keep the main drag open for every fast vehicle, so we can maintain the heat. Oh boy, I am getting nervous. Okay, how do we look for water heat? Okay, we're looking good. We're looking pretty stable. We're not dipping. Happiness. Still unsure of how people are starving. It's beyond me, kind of. Being able to drink alcohol. I mean, yeah, okay, we can fix that easily. Drinking alcohol, 98 times. I mean, yeah, okay, they're all drinking alcohol at an alarming rate. This is fine. We're looking good there. The interiors are warm. We're getting a good surplus of coal. I think we're okay. One thing we might have to look into, though, after this winter, and maybe even before we add more people, is adding an additional heating plant. I don't know the ratio or anything for heat for them. I'm unsure. So hopefully this doesn't kill everyone. Okay. So I'm not too sure if I want to start major construction. Oh, wow. That could have been bad. Man, somebody needs to tell me where that button is again, because I just keep forgetting. But This looks good. Yeah, we're definitely going to lose some happiness because they're unable to do anything. So what we might actually have to end up doing is also continue this construction. And this construction stopped. But actually, this house should have sewage now. Oh, they're still building it. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so we should get this sports hall up. Yes, it's going to take a lot of bricks, but that's okay. I'm not too worried about that. I'm more worried to ensure that nobody dies and our happiness stays relatively high. Yeah, lack of meat. Sir, I don't understand what you mean. There's a lot of meat. There's actually too much meat. And I can't even tell it to go down because the guy's literally literally sitting outside filling it up. But yeah, this not being just stable at 90 is a little nerve-wracking, but nothing crazy. So okay. We keep getting sidetracked. I think we're safe. Famous last words, right? Kind of would like the dump not to be here, but I don't want it on this road because as you can see, we're kind of blocking up that road. So I would like the dump to potentially be somewhere else. That might require me to move a couple things. 'Cause if we move the dump over here, I mean, they're still on the main drag, but at least the dump's out of my way. And I know that we're gonna have to empty this dump, but I think for a long-term dump, because I know I'm not gonna really expand anything in here, if I can open up clothing here and do a fabric factory on the back side, we can hook it all up through this road here. So I need to get rid of that garbage. And I mean, this is the way it goes in realistic mode for Workers and Resources Soviet Republic, is you don't kind of tend to see an issue until the issue slaps you in the face and you're like, oh man, that was a dumb idea and I should have not have placed it there. Which happened to me. So it's 130 for the small one. We currently have 104 tons that we're gonna have to move over here. So what I'm thinking of getting is the large dump. It's 350. But at least this large dump can take what we currently have, and it can also have additional add-on, and this can just be kind of the location for, you know, what we're the dump, right? So we'll queue this up. Yeah, it already has a job site assigned. Those trucks should go once the groundwork is being laid. Okay, this is good. They're getting the sports hall in. Apparently more people are starving. A lot of people are unable to practice sports. It's actually not affecting our happiness as much as I thought potentially it would, which is great. Definitely it seems probably people are going to get more sick being in the winter. I would maybe like somebody to mention to me, okay, drinking alcohol 6.3%, 108 people. How do I lower that? Is that something I can lower, or is it just like, you know, because they're drinking alcohol, that's just the way it has to be, and if they're happy, they're happy. So definitely let me know on that, please, in the comments, because I wanna see if there's anything that I can do about that. But we're gonna have to get this built up, and I wonder if there's a way if I can unload what is here quicker. Probably not. Probably have to wait till this is built up, right? That kind of sucks. Okay, well, let's just let the winter run on. I think what we are going to do is we're going to place it here, the clothing, and then the factory can be on the back side. And then what we're going to have to look at doing is where do we want our farmland? And yeah, it's not going to be the most beneficial, but I think we can run a train out to it and then run a train back. It's just we don't really have much space over here, especially if our town is going to be, or I guess our city eventually is going to engulf kind of all this bowl here. Bravoslav and all of its glory will be over here, and then we can figure out if we want to add another town closer to, because currently we're actually not even anywhere near a U.S. U.S. border for vehicles or anything like that. So we might want to look at doing that, right? Eventually getting there. I wonder if I lower the radius if... No, it seems that they're trying to still go everywhere. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna leave the radius lower just a little bit, just in case. But yeah, we got a good surplus going. Good surplus of coal. I'm not too worried about anymore. But yeah, we're definitely... Hey, look at that. We lost money on exports. Why did we lose money on exports? Okay, imports. Exports. Hazardous waste. Makes sense. Because we did stop our exportation. Because now we have boards. So actually... can you guys take your boards from here, please? Thank you. Okay, so now, yeah, we have a pretty good surplus of our... We're making our own boards. So if we wanted to, we actually could export boards. But it is a massive amount of boards to try and export. How much would it cost us to export all of this mixed waste? Let's take a look. Because I would like to get rid of a lot of this mixed waste. Or potentially all of it. And just throw it away. So we can kind of restart almost, right? You have to take mixed waste, don't you? Or do we have to just burn it? Other waste? Is that like mixed waste? $7, -$7 to sell. That's like $700-ish. Yeah, heck, why not? Okay. Mixed waste. Oh, I'll probably have to do a distribution office though. Oh, I just clicked the pen. Oh man, what do I want to do that? Do I not want to do that? I don't really know if I want to do that or not. Can I look here to see what mixed waste is? No. So it doesn't look like I can export, well, I guess other waste. 1 ton. I have 100 tons, so it's about $700. It would make sense, wouldn't it? But it also would not make sense. So maybe we might have to put a different location for clothing. Oh, is this guy really blocking you from doing your job? Okay. This stop. Oh yeah, you really are stopping him from doing his job. That was the first time that has actually happened. I'm just gonna go back off to here. Yeah, because he's always gonna be loaded. I think that's fine. Okay, we might have to find a different location to put the dump in the clothing factory in the meantime, just because this isn't gonna work while we're trying to build the dump up over there. So we very much well should just find a different location, especially because if we're going to be importing the clothing or the fabrics from somewhere else, we don't necessarily need to have it. I just want to make sure that the clothing and the fabric factories are side by side, and we could potentially, that might be too close. If we do it out there, like we discussed, we're going to need to set up infrastructure out there, and that's something I currently don't want to do. But what if we did... What are you currently getting? You just needed power. Could we set up the clothing factory? Oh boy, what building's on fire? Okay, hold up. You're on fire. We have a fire truck responding. Let's just see how this plays out. How are you on fire and it's literally the middle of winter? Okay, we have enough firefighters. Okay, we're putting it out. But we have an electrical problem. Okay, so see, that was perfect to ensure that we had 2 substations set up, because like right there, we just lost complete and utter power to the city. But because we had a backup electrical system, we actually didn't lose power, so we were okay for a while. But We'll probably need to set up another electrical substation to ensure that we're not overloading those subs. So yeah, I mean that was kind of just quickly everything just kind of hit. So okay, well we're safe. We did it. We weathered a storm. What I'm kind of thinking that we might be able to do is place the clothing. I don't even remember what the woodcutter's radius was. Woodcutting post. So it ends about here. So nothing is actually being done here. So maybe what we could do is bring a road off this way and then set up the clothing factory here. Then we could also actually tie that in because I don't have a switch over here, but we could put a switch, tie that in and just run it straight to the sewage outlet. And then we would have room for both. So let's just put a gravel, dirt or gravel. I think dirt's fine. Let's set it up like this. And then what I think that I can do, because yeah, again, as long as I don't go into there, I'm fine. So if we did the clothing factory here, they could actually still make the walk, so I wouldn't need another bus. And additionally, we would be hooked up to all of the amenities that we need. And then we could also add the fabric over there, and we could also add storage next to it. So I think actually right here is a perfect location. We'll activate that construction, and we'll get people on that. So I think that's perfect. And also, too, we can quickly, if we wanted, we can quickly add gravel. But yeah, this can drop off passengers, which that would also mean that we're going to need this to bring over probably a bigger bus, not just those micro buses, so that everything over there can be tended to. Have these not been added to the queue? Negative, because those aren't added to the queue. All right. Build that up, please. Team. Awesome. Okay. So now that we're setting up our construction, or not our construction, sorry, our clothing office, we can start importing fabric. So I think the best way for us to do that is when it comes to it, I think we have a good source. Yeah, we have a good setup here, because this is where are you guys currently setting? It looks actually though this is our distribution office that sets up this, and I don't want this to go AWOL. So actually what I'm going to probably do, and as like I'm watching this, it does make more and more sense to me that you would set up the distribution offices closer to kind of what they're meant to do. Like this would be to ensure that our food stays stocked. Very important for our food to stay stocked, right? Should be great. Yeah, because I think I might set it up right in here, the distribution office, and then we could easily set it. Maybe not easily. We could definitely get it in here though. So maybe not. But what I was thinking is this can be the office, or we can put up another one that would bring the fabric to the clothing factory, and then it would make the clothes. And then we can focus on exportation at another time. Yeah, okay, so I need to find who is supplying. You're a big dumper. Okay, where's your distribution office? Right here. Okay. I want you to stop loading coal, and I want you to stop delivering coal. So that's going to alleviate some traffic at the border, because this is now full, plus this is full to 169. I just don't think we need to deliver more. I think that's going to be plenty. But these are getting them in small, like 10-ton increments that I don't know if we fully have to worry about them continuously running. We're about to get some more citizens in. It looks to me that this can still support quite a fair bit, and I'm gonna actually bump it up to 20. Perfect. Okay, so somebody just moved in. Okay, these flats are full. Stroke or heart attack, drinking, starving. Starving is times 8 times. I just don't see that. Oh, wow, they are almost out of food, though. Is anybody going to go run and get some more food? 24 tons of food in the back. Yeah, okay. 0.61. 6. We're going to go get some more food, people. I mean, this guy's a refrigeration, so he can only take meat. Who else did I have set up around here? I don't think I had anybody. 'Cause I'm almost tempted to... I mean... It's dropping fast. There's so many workers. Why is it dropping so fast? Okay. What we should do then... Oh, yeah, we put it all the way up here. What we should do is purchase a truck, covered haul. Actually, no, I'm not going to purchase. Oh, there was one over here at one point. I guess he's gone. Do we have any sitting covered hauls doing nothing? Oh, okay. It just went back up to 0.67. So it must be fine. They must just kind of get it when they need it. Okay. I guess we don't need it then. 571 unexamined crime scenes last year, missing courthouse. Oh, that's what we were going to place there, was our courthouse. How big is a courthouse? Police station, courthouse, small. Oh, that's pretty tiny, actually. It could honestly just fit right here. So they probably need this to do, you know, court things. We need to check on that. What stopped production? You stopped production? Sir, you can never stop production. We have way too many people working here. Oh, Siri just went off. My apologies. Yeah, we cannot have this going down, so I'm going to actually lower that from where I had it and ensure that the heating plant doesn't lose workers. Or, yeah, it doesn't have workers. So 0% without flat, so everyone has their own flat. So now we can actually... Yeah, we can... I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to invite some workers. Actually, we have a lot of opening in the school. So let's actually invite immigrants from the third world, and let's use up some of our US dollars. And hopefully they quickly become beneficial to society. So let's just fill this up. And then hopefully they're quickly beneficial, like they can go through school quickly. I actually think I might have invited way too many. I don't really know a good ratio ever. Oh boy. So this should be fine. If we need to, we can probably speed rush build a another grocery store, or maybe even a small clinic. I don't think grocery. I think grocery is fine, but maybe a small clinic. So yeah, we're underway on those project. That is great. We have people that moved in, and we have these additional 2 houses in case we do need to do anything quickly. And this is, yeah, this I think solves itself. I think they kind of bring in food as they need it. They're not necessarily constantly making sure it's sitting at 5 tons. It seems like definitely electronics don't drop as fast. It's just been kind of sitting. Actually, raise this to 65, 20. Then this can sit. Actually, I think this was higher. What if we do 30 and then 5? Because then maybe they'll add more food to the store and less stuff that we don't necessarily need. So actually, I'll do this. See how that goes. Okay, so hopefully, yeah, we can start some importation. We have officially 7% non-working, and let's just take a quick peek. Our heat is still good. Heat water tank is looking okay. It's okay, not great. I mean, it definitely needs to get better, so we can probably are going to have to build, potentially going to have to build some, another heating plant, maybe a large heating plant to be able to sustain kind of everything that's going in, potentially. We'll kind of see, but definitely we have a lot of boards. Man, there's like 2 people working. They're just like ripping out boards left, right, and center. I mean, that's great. Then we have a new dump, so we can actually start dumping over there, which opens up more room. The demolition office, that's free. Can I actually stick you in here so I can open up some more space? I think yes, I can. So let's do that. Demolition office free. We don't need a paid one yet. You know, we're barely demolishing anything. And then let's change workplace to all vehicles. Get them out of there, and then we can delete this one to open up some more space, which will be great. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, this is looking a lot better. Again, we're not expanding too fast. We're taking it a lot slower, and I think we're gonna have a lot more longevity to survive. Survival is key. Yeah, and then once we get the clothing factory up, I think then we can actually start exporting a little more and you know, taking this deficit even further away. We're about halfway done this, which is great. We got about 13% of high education and 12% unemployment. What I'm going to see is I'm going to actually raise this to 5 and 10. But we're going to keep a close eye on the doctors. Actually, it sees... Yeah, we are actually... Still can't do that because we're hitting a point where we're actually running out of doctors. And I don't know if that's because they're going over here and they're spending too much time over there, or what's going on. I think that might be the case, is they're actually going to these job sites and they're working where they should not be working. I wish they could prioritize your highly educated workers and like where they go. So you can say like, hey, you're highly educated, don't be working on a job site like construction. It just kind of seems foolish to work construction if you have a high education. But I mean, granted, again, this is a communist version of a city builder. So I mean, I guess if it's for the benefit, right? I guess it makes sense. So no, we forgot a gravel road back in there, so I'll upgrade that. They just can't currently walk on there. So we are still losing happiness from people starving, which is beyond me. Unable to get clothes is a lot. But again, that's beyond, like, is that just because we brought in an influx of immigrants? They're just currently not able to... Because, like, we have enough people. Like, you know, there's enough people shopping. There's 10% uneducation. I mean, I don't think I want to raise it any higher than that. Because I think if we do, that's just more mouths we have to feed without anybody actually doing anything for the betterment of the society. So I don't think I want to raise that any. We have enough teachers. Everything looks like it's balancing pretty good. I want this number to come probably down to either 5% before we look to hire in any more immigrants. I don't want to hit a point where we have way too many immigrants, right? And we're trying to just feed mouths that aren't actually benefiting society. All right, yeah, we're looking really good this episode. Also, we're looking. I feel a lot more, confident that we're going to probably have this series going on for a lot longer than the original 9 episodes that I did in season 1. And that was just a lot due to the fact that I did not know what I was doing. But again, everyone's comments and everything really does make this a lot easier. And I mean, we haven't even taken out a loan yet. I mean, granted, we are rifling through money right now, but we haven't taken a loan yet, which is great. This definitely does not need to be this high. It can be 5. We haven't taken out a loan yet, so we're definitely sitting at a way better position than before. Because we still have a lot of extra room for whatever, it may be for taking on some debt. But yeah, okay, happiness changed. So it must just been the new people that we brought in. But we're definitely going up, which is great. Finding some stability in the Republic. would be good. Okay, so this currently doesn't have power, but that's more than fine. I'm gonna tell them to drop off. Yeah, that's your new dump. And then why can't you pick up your water from here? Yeah, so I mean, currently they won't be able to use the claw. But eventually we can run some power. I mean, we can look to put a transformer over this way and look to run some power, but they just currently won't be able to use that, which is fine. This isn't good. We have 14% unemployment. How long is heat gonna last? Okay, the interiors are still hot. Oh, okay, we got people coming in. Okay. Crap, that scares me, man. I wonder, I mean, at the demolition office, these guys aren't doing absolutely anything. So I'm actually gonna change his home to there. And then what I'm gonna do is list of lines. Gary, not to Gary Station. Where? What? Oh, okay. So this one goes. Yeah. Okay. So I'm actually gonna rename this so I know what it is. It's the Brave Slav heating stop. Yeah, I'll name it that. Obviously, it's also doing the clothing factory, but I mean, it's just gonna make it easier in my brain to see. And then what I want to do is I want to select a vehicle to add to the line. I want to add him to the line and cancel going to the depot. Just start your route. So now we're gonna have 8, 16, 24 going to the heating plant, and hopefully that keeps it constantly active. Now I don't know when that this will actually push out more coal. It should be working that it moves coal. I mean, it's hooked up. Best time to actually start figuring this out in January. I mean, we have enough to probably last us into February, and that's when it'll start warming up anyways. But why? Why are you not pushing coal in? I mean, that's an out and that was an out. Maybe it's just a thing too. It's like it's not going to pull unless it really needs it. Like how they're not pulling unless they really need it. I'm not too sure. Okay, happiness is going up. Lack of meat. Again, I don't understand that. Starving. I don't, you have a bunch of stuff here. I mean, you can reach just literally via walking distance. Like it's, I don't understand. Price level, expected rating. Okay, people can go and do stuff indoors, so yippee, right? Unable to get alcohol. I mean, we could probably make a pub at this point, right? And really expand that. This is really dipping fast, and it's not. I'm gonna hope and pray that once it gets to 0, it's gonna start pulling from this aggregate storage, and it's gonna start filling itself. What else can you really hope for, right? January, February. I think around the end of February it starts to really warm up. We can kind of see if it's gonna work. Maybe if it hits 0, it like starts to kick it in and just uses it as it needs it. I'm not 100% sure, but I guess we'll find out, right? Okay, where are we sitting at? Sitting about 7%, 15% unemployment. Is there anywhere that needs additional added to them? I mean, we can't really do anything here. It's already maxed out. I mean, baby, that's totally fine. It almost seems like we need more highly educated, but we currently just have a bunch sitting. Trying to get higher educated, but we just currently don't really have many highly educated people. It's almost like we're kind of just sitting and waiting until a few of them get highly educated. Can we actually check? Actual population 869. Doesn't seem like there's a good way to actually check to see how many highly, oh, 74. 74. Okay, so if we have 74, this is 5. 5. Oh, so 5, 10, 15, 30. 30. 30, then 45. So 45. So we should be able to up this another 5. Yeah, that should be fine. We shouldn't need anything more than that. And then I think what we'll do to round off the episode today is we're going to look to actually place in this courthouse that this police station is absolutely begging for. We'll just do a small one. Should I do it like, what if we actually flip this? Oh, that would work like a glove. Then go right here. Awesome. Okay, that works perfectly. And then boom, and that can connect. And then we can say, yes, please. And then we can activate the construction and activate the construction. And now everything is going to be constructed. We have a lot of sitting cars and stuff like that. So it's awesome. That's working out good. 13% unemployment. Yeah, see, when I do this, then we have people waiting. Do that, we're out. No, we're just out of workers. But here comes more workers. Feels like they're not pulling enough people. We have a ton waiting. Ah. That is up and operational. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. So they're probably splitting their time. Okay, so... yeah, okay, we have a little bit left of the episode. That's great. So what we can actually do... oh, this is getting some waste, and we're not having the cloth. So what we're going to do is... currently these small microbuses aren't going to do us any good, really. But we also still don't want to take away a ton of workers, because we still need to ensure that we have a good split. Right now we could take 16, 24, so we could do 32, which would get us close. I mean, it wouldn't get us all the way, but it would definitely get us close. Okay, and then what we could do... yeah, because we don't have to have a direct connection for the fabric into the clothing. You can just go fabric, warehouse, and then in, and then they can also use the same warehouse to put our finished clothes in. So what actually I might do is, I want to do this. I want to make it nice and close. And then, are you a distribution office? And what are you doing? You're just doing steel and wood, and you kind of get stopped. So I'm gonna also set this as your place to go. Oh, you're just a bunch of open halls. Never mind. So I just don't really want to send them, because if they get super busy, well, then we're running into a big old issue, right? How many more do we have left? This is our last one. Okay, well, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna set up. We'll do covered hall. And this will be kind of the last thing we do this episode to wrap it up. We're gonna do covered halls. And what we're gonna do is we're going to send... yeah, we'll do a big one. So the big one will bring in a bunch of fabric. And actually what we could do, if he's bringing a bunch of fabric, you can also take out a bunch of clothes and can kind of just bounce back and forth. And we'll just do one of them. I'm not going to do more than that. And then we're also going to take out of the demolition office again, and we're going to change its depot. And then we're going to add him to the line as well. And then we'll tell him to not go home, but just join the line. Perfect. Okay. Then we'll bring a more constant number of workers in. And I think maybe I should specify... Actually, no. I'll just let them figure it out. Yeah, I'll just let them figure it out. Okay, so this does pull. Okay, once it's at 0, it'll start pulling. Oh, thank goodness me. So yeah, so we're missing fabric. So right now they're really not doing anything. But this guy... okay, we need to assign him a task. So go here and then there, and what you're going to do is you're going to load fabric, and then you're going to unload clothes, and you're going to load clothes, unload fabric, and we'll keep it at 80%. And that should start him off. And what we're going to do is we're going to monitor him first, see how it all works out. And then once we are monitored, when we're done monitoring him, that will conclude the episode for today. And I just want to make sure that he's actually going to kind of do his tasks. And I don't think we're going to need more than just the one. Potentially we might need 2, but he can bring in 9 tons of fabric, and he can also send out 6 tons of clothes. So this is going to cost us about 3 grand. I don't think we're going to need to add any more workers currently. I think we're about halfway to the 1,000 mark, that's where I kind of wanted to get to. But I want to see our 7% uneducated workers drop, so they're contributing to society before we increase that to anything more. And I should definitely pave this road. He goes really slow. Yeah, okay, he drops in fabric. He didn't take any clothes that time just because we don't have any clothes. And then, yeah, he'll start to head out. And I'll probably just drop this to 20 currently. The way that they work is going to be a lot slower, but I currently just don't think that we're going to need to be super productive when it comes to what we're importing and exporting. I just think if we're at least maxing it out for the fabric, and they're slowly making clothes over time, I think that's fine. And then once this number pops up to once we lose our uneducation to low education, and we start filling up that no workplace number a little bit more, then I think we can bring this back up to about closer to the 80 mark. Yes, I mean, this is just full of boards, so they can't really do anything currently. But this is looking a lot better. I think we're looking pretty stable. Yeah, so now this water tower has water. So if we ever run into an issue, we have a little bit of time to correct that issue. It looks like a couple people are sitting on this job site just waiting. But I think that'll do it for this episode today of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. Like I say, I will make sure that when I'm gone that I'll have another video recorded so that everyone can make sure that they have more videos to watch while I'm at least gone, and everything like that. I hope everybody that celebrates 4th of July had a good 4th of July, and I will see everybody. Oh, if you sorry, if you enjoyed what you saw today, make sure to please leave a like, subscribe, and leave me a comment, even if it's just for the sake of engagement. I always appreciate just being able to chat with everybody and kind of hearing what you have to say. So again, I do appreciate it, and I will see everybody. Oh, look, the winter just broke. I will see everybody on the next one. Take care.